Hello everyone, welcome to Real Talk, and in today's video I am going to be ranking Travis Scott's album from, in my opinion, from best to worst. So as you guys may or may not already know, I am a massive Travis Scott fan. When I mean massive, I'll show you. So we have the Utopia vinyl, we also have the Astroworld vinyl, we also have Birds in the Trap, we've also got Rodeo, we've got Days Before Rodeo, we've also got Alfaro, I don't know how to say it, but we've also got this one, which was the most expensive one in my collection. So guys, just to clear a few things up, I'm not saying an album's bad, I'm just saying it's an album that really didn't hit for me as much as his other albums. We've got our own opinions, okay? So, like, just leave it. Let me know if you agree on my rating. If not, drop a comment down below. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've also got Jack Boys 2 up there. Without further ado, let's rank Travis Scott's albums. We have Astroworld, Birds in the Trap, Days Before Rodeo, Huncho, Jack Boys, Alfaro, Rodeo, Utopia, and Jack Boys 2. Right. So I'm going to start for Not For Me. Okay, so for the first Not For Me album, it's got to be Jack Boys 1. The only reason why I say that is there was only really one good song that really hit, and that's What To Do. For me, that was literally the only song that stood out to me in the album. The rest didn't really hit as that song. So I'd say it was one of his weakest projects, with only being 7 songs on the album. That's why I didn't get the vinyl, because I'm not really going to get the vinyl to an album I didn't really enjoy, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's still a good listenable album, but in my eyes, I just don't feel like it's something that, you know, is my favourite project for him, or that really stood out for me. So I definitely have to put that for Not For Me section. Now, moving on. So, okay. I'm going to put this. I don't know where I should put this. It's either going to be a Not For Me or it's okay. It wasn't his best project. Again, wasn't the best for me. So I'm going to have to... Oh no, this is really difficult because some of you guys may love this album. So like you guys might have liked Jack Boys 1. I didn't, but you know what? I'm gonna put it there. Okay, I'm gonna put it there for now. If my mind changes, then I'll obviously move it up to okay. But for now, I'm just gonna put it there. Just because it's the same as Jack Boys 1. Like, I felt like it was a project that was like, it was like out of the blue, wasn't it? It was like, it's not his best work he's ever done. There's not really a track on there that really stood out to me. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm gonna put it okay, only because like. The songs that actually stood out to me was Modern Slavery, Black and Chinese, How You Feel, and also Best Man. They were the songs that are in my playlist personally. So I'm going to have to put that in okay. So yeah, they were the tracks that really stood out to me on that album. Nothing really else stood out to me. But yeah, moving on. Okay, let's do Astroworld. Now, okay, this is where I might get a bit of hate. Astroworld is a good album. Is it his best album? No. Was the vibe of it his best? Absolutely. Like, just the whole vibe of Astroworld of it, like, you know, being announced, and obviously you had all the theming going on. I thought that was insane. Like, I'd have to say that's like the best rollout of an album I've ever seen. So I definitely have to say Astroworld is an insane album, only because, like, obviously it's just like the era of it. It just felt really like nostalgic for some reason. That's how many people do describe Astroworld. The feeling of it is just nostalgic. So I definitely have to say yes. It's got insane tracks on it as well. The tracks on the album that actually stand out to me on the album is we've got Butterfly Effect, Skeletons, which is absolutely heavenly, alongside Astro Thunder. Astro Thunder, I wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it's like, at the end, obviously, you got the instrumental. That has got to be the most unique sounds I've ever heard in my life. Like, the production on that album was insane. Can't Say also was a really good one, because I think that's the song that really started up Don Toliver's career of, like, getting his name out there. Obviously, he was doing music beforehand, but I have to say, I think that was the album that really got him signed on to Cactus Jack. So I definitely have to say, Can't Say is a really good track. Wake Up, also another banger. Wake Up is like, it's got to be like top 5 of Astroworld. Like, disagree or agree with me, I have to say Wake Up is a really good song. Stop Trying to Be God, also, that one, like there's literally, like, no skips on this album. There is no skips. Like, every single sound, like, the production on it was insane, like I've just said with, like, the other song. Like, the production on this album goes absolutely crazy. Sicko Mode, it's good, but, like, everyone says it's overplayed. Like, it kind of turned into not a meme song, but it's just turned into a song that everyone knows, and I just felt like it got overplayed a bit too much. But it's still a very good track. It's a solid track. Stargazing, whew, what an album introduction. Wow. The beat switch halfway through, yeah, absolutely amazing. Obviously, you got the sounds of, I think it's a roller coaster, obviously, because Astroworld used to be an amusement park. I think it was in Houston, Texas, if I'm right or not. Please say I'm right. But I remember it got, like, demolished, or it got, like, relocated or whatever. But yeah, they took away Astroworld, and obviously that was, I think, the inspiration for this album. But yeah, obviously you've got the sound of people screaming like they're on a roller coaster. It just sounds like it just sounds like roller coaster tracks going along. That's how it like sounds in my ears. And obviously you got the insane beat drop in the second half. Absolutely amazing, amazing album. Now, Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. I'm gonna put this in. I'm going to put it in okay. It's still a solid album. Obviously, we had Goosebumps, which again, like Sicko Mode, it's overplayed. Everyone knows it. It's definitely was ahead of its time, that song. It's still a really good song. Like, I still listen to it to this day. Obviously, we've got the Heavenly Song, SDP Interlude. Absolute banger. And obviously, we've got my favourite track on there, Guidance, which is controversial to say a favourite song on the album. But I do have to say Guidance is one of them songs that are just, like, underrated in my opinion. Like, I don't see a lot of people online talking about Guidance. It's just a really, really solid track in my opinion. Also, First Take, oh my god. Insane. I love First Take. Like, it's got to be, like, top 3, yeah. You got First Take, SDB Interlude, and Guidance. They've got, like, to be, like, my top 3 songs on that album. Obviously, it's, like, not one of my favourite projects from Travis Scott. It's still a good one, but it just doesn't hit as many of the other ones on the list. So I definitely have to put it on the okay, because it's like, it doesn't even deserve a place on the not for me. It deserves to be on the okay, because it's okay. Like, it's close to being on Insane. I just didn't think it was the best project from him personally. Right, now we've got Days Before Rodeo. Right, okay. Obviously, he did a re-release of the Days Before Rodeo on streaming services, obviously, because it was out on his SoundCloud prior to the Spotify release, which I believe happened last year, or in 2024. And for a re-release, like, it went top 1 in the charts. Like, it beat Sabrina Carpenter's, like, album release, I'm pretty sure. I'll put a screenshot up here right now. But yeah, his re-release actually beat a new album from Sabrina Carpenter. Fuck you, Sabrina Carpenter. Your music's absolutely shit. Sorry about that. I just had to get it out my brain. But yeah, Days Before Rodeo, insane. Absolutely insane. Ahead of its time. Absolutely beautiful opening track. Days Before Rodeo, the prayer. Holy. The first time I listened to that, yeah, it wasn't even on Spotify. I literally had it on SoundCloud. The bass, like, the bass melody on that track, yeah, I still can't get over it. That has got to be, like, my favourite opening to an album ever. Like, because obviously you've got I'm going to insert, like, a little sound of what I mean by the bass. Yeah, that's it. And then obviously in the outro, you've got the drums when it goes. That, yeah. Oh my god. It, like, scratches your brain. Like, it scratches your brain so bad. So I definitely have to say Days Before Rodeo. absolutely insane of an album. Obviously, some people may agree or disagree with Days Before Rodeo being on insane, but I just have to, like, it's, in my opinion, obviously, you've got Days Before Rodeo, The Prayer, Mamacita, Drugs, You Should Try It, Skyfall, Zombies, Backyard. They have got to be, like, my favorite tracks. Like, obviously, the other tracks are still good, but, like, they weren't as, like, standing out to me as, like, the others. Like, Sloppy Toppy, that is still good, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Also, Don't Play is also an insane song. Grey is so underrated. Like, it's so underrated. Now, definitely have to, and then, obviously, we've got a deluxe of it, so we've got Mo City. That is good. I don't know why that did not come on the Days Before Rodeo vinyl, like the deluxe one, because I literally got the deluxe one. I was so gutted when I like played it. I was like, no, Mo City ain't on it. It's not on it. I was like so gutted about that. But yeah, definitely if them songs were actually like on spot, well, they are. If them songs were on Spotify and was just like on the, if it was just like on the main release of Days Before Rodeo, this could have easily been his best album. Now, don't come at me for that. I'm just stating facts, in my opinion. Now, I have to say, for Al Farrow, it has to go in the okay for me. Obviously, he was still trying to find a sound at this point. Obviously, he did prior stuff before Al Farrow, but this was like his full, like, not proper release, but it was like one of his projects, mixtapes that he put out there to really say it was like his, not professional debut, but like it was just like a mixtape that stood out, that he actually put like time and effort into, if that makes any sense at all. So I definitely have to say it's on the okay for me. Obviously, you've got Upper Echelon. Oh my god, what a fucking track. Meadow Creek, also an amazing song. Uptown, Hell of a Night is like, they've got to be like my favorites. The others didn't stand out to me as like the ones that I've literally just said. So that's why I put it on okay. If there were more songs like that on the album, I would have had to say it would have been on the insane. Obviously, it's one of the more stronger projects coming from an artist as their like first one. So I definitely have to give them props for that. Because obviously, I got the vinyl. Didn't I? I enjoyed it. It's still a very solid track list, but it's just not my favourite. Obviously, I do hope he releases this on streaming services soon, obviously, because there'd be like an update in terms of sound quality. So I really do hope he releases this on streaming services soon, because I want them on my Spotify. I don't like using SoundCloud, I'll be so real. Obviously, it's like the old way to do it, but it's like Spotify. It's just so much more easier. Now, Rodeo. Best album. Rodeo is the best album. Like, if you don't say otherwise, click off this video and just rethink what you're doing with your life, because Rodeo, yeah, holy shit. There's literally no words for it. It's just insane. Like, I'm gonna say my favorite tracks. Obviously, you got 90210, 3500, Pornography, Nightcrawler. You've got Piss in Your Grave, which in my opinion is very underrated. Also, you got Antidote, Impossible, I Can Tell, Apple Pie, and Never Catch Me. They've got to be like my favorite tracks on the album. So that, yeah, fuck off, Fly. Also, you got Never Catch Me, which is like, there is a lot on this album, and like most of them are literally like my favorite songs. Also, Pray for Love, good as well. For the ones that didn't really stand out to me is Okay Alright and Flying High. Obviously, it's like they were the most like experimental tracks on the album, but obviously from the ones that I've just said, they have got to be like my favorite ones. And obviously it was his first professional debut album that he released, and I genuinely think still to this day it's one of his best albums. Like, there's no talk about it. And also, I just want to say this, and I just want to say this for like every single Travis Scott fan. Now listen up, Cactus Jack. I've been waiting on my Travis Scott figure since September 5th. September 5th is when I ordered it alongside the vinyl. I've been waiting this shit for months. For months, Travis, man. I need it. I'm broke. I spent like £300 on that. Please, everyone just wants their CD, their vinyl, their figure, whatever they ordered. Like, the biggest issue with like Cactus Jack is genuinely their merchandise store. Obviously, when I got Jack Boys 2 stuff, like, they shipped quick, like, really fucking quick. So they were good for that rollout. But in terms of the Rodeo 10-year anniversary rollout, they are taking their good time with it. And obviously, I've looked in like Reddits, and they've said they've had a delay, so they're just like trying to get the stuff in first, and then obviously they're gonna ship it out. But it's a month late. It's a month late, and I'm starting to get a bit impatient now. Especially with how much money I've spent on it. So I really do hope that I get this very soon. Anyway, now Utopia. Okay. Utopia was insane. Utopia was an insane album. The most experimental album and the most best production sounding album that I've heard from him. Obviously, we had Hyena, which absolute beauty of an opener. Absolute beauty. And obviously, you've got Thank God, which, oh my God, just take me to the time where I listened to this album for the first time. Oh my God. I was tweaking out. Like, the sounds coming from this album was just stuff that I've never heard before. Like, no one ever heard it before. That's why this album stood out to me the most. So, yeah, Utopia, absolute banging. I have to say, Utopia was an album that had to kind of grow on me. Like, obviously, Modern Jam. Obviously, it was a sound that we've never heard Travis Scott do before. And obviously, we had Tizo on it. In my opinion, Tizo is not, like, an artist that I really fuck with. I just don't like his voice. But obviously, that was a track that he was on that grew on me, if that makes sense. So, obviously, I listen to it now, and I love it. I love his feature. But for the brand new album by Don Toliver, Octane, when he was on it, it just kind of ruined it, you know? And I found out he's not on the actual vinyl edition, so I'm kind of happy about that. Obviously, he's not a bad artist. I'm just saying his, like, voice and, like, the way his style is just not something that I really, like, if that makes sense. Obviously, we've got Fiend. Absolute banger. Again, overplayed. It's like Goosebumps and Sicko Mode. Quite an overplayed track, but it's still good in my books. Obviously, I've got the Sheck West version on vinyl. I love that. I love having that on vinyl. Absolute. I don't know why he did not include Sheck West on Fiend. Absolute amazing. Circus Maximus. Right. Circus Maximus, yeah, gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it. Yeah, The Weeknd's voice on it. What the fuck? He sounds unreal, and it's just also the sound on it. Like, obviously, you got Mike Dean at the end. Absolute. He's the GOAT. Like, Mike Dean, whenever I find out he's on the Travis Scott track doing the synths, holy shit, you just know he's just going to cook something up. So, yeah, I definitely have to say Circus Maximus. It's got to be, like, top 3 for me on Utopia. Love is also a top 3 for me. Love is a really good track. But like I said, when I said earlier about these were tracks that kind of had to grow on me, like Love and Schizo, Parasail, Topia Twins, they were the songs that grew on me eventually. At first, on the first-hand listen, I didn't really like them, but obviously the more I listened to them, the more I liked them, and becoming my favourite songs on the album. And obviously, we've got the most beautiful outro of Till Further Noticed with James Blake, 21 Savage, absolute amazing. Beautiful. Absolute beauty. It was perfection. Perfection, this album was. Does it beat Rodeo? No, it doesn't. It's like, I don't know. It deserves to be next to the best album, but I definitely have to just put it on Insane because it is an insane album. Definitely a new sound from Travis that we never heard from. I think that he's starting to get more into his experimental tracks. Obviously, with the release of Jack Boys 2, that was kind of experimental, and it's just like not the old sounding Travis that we really hear or are used to. I really do hope he goes back to his old sounds. I want to hear more of that again because that was just perfection. Obviously, the last one we have is Jack Boys 2. Jack Boys 2 is okay, and the only reason why I say okay is because the songs on there just do not hit for me. Now I'm gonna say the songs that actually do hit for me on this album. You got Champagne and Vacay, 2000 Excursion, Kick Out, Dumbo, And it's just songs like MM3, Contest, I Love My Bitch. They were just the songs that just didn't really, you know, sit right, if that makes sense. They were just like not the strongest tracks. Florida Flow is my favorite on the album. And it's kind of like, I don't know if that's anyone else's favorite. I just love the instrumental in the second half. Obviously because you have the beat switch and it's just that beautiful, beautiful melody. So yeah, definitely not. The way that they did it and marketed it online, they made it seem so much more generational than the release actually was. So it's still good, but it just wasn't his like best album that he did. Like he said, I remember he did a post saying he's throwing up, speakers have been blown. And then when I listened to it at like 6 a.m. in the morning, because I live in the UK, I was just kind of sitting there a bit disappointed. Obviously, my favourite track was Florida Flow and Kick Out and Dumbo and Champagne Vacay. They were literally the only songs that I added into my liked playlist. So yeah, it wasn't the most strongest album from him. I do hope he does 2 more albums, because obviously every single album that he has made has been good. Like a solo album like Rodeo, Days Before Rodeo, Astroworld, Utopia, Birds in the Trap, they have always been a masterpiece. I really do hope. People are saying that the next album will be his last. If it is his last, I really do hope he goes out with a bang. Like, I really do hope that he's doing this to like push out new songs and like new sounds to show us, and like obviously he'll get like feedback from us and be like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna do that or replicate that for the album, if that makes sense. So I definitely hope he's doing something along the lines of that. But yeah, that has been my Travis Scott album ranking. Guys, let me know what like albums are the best and worst for you. I'd really appreciate if you went down there, hit the like button and subscribe if you're a Travis Scott fan and also a movie fan. I don't just do music content on here. Obviously, mainly I do movie and series watching. Obviously, there's going to be many more coming on the channel. But I also just want to mix up content. Obviously, because I do music as well. I do like music. I've got a big passion for music. So do expect some album reactions and also some more TV reactions. So yeah, thanks for watching the video and I'll see you next time.